and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Play action. It's Jackson. And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Titans are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
First down and much more for Henry. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Derrick Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 43-yard line.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. After one, 14-6 our score on EA Sports. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And some space here. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown.
Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there.
And first and foremost, this is all about vision. He can see the play developing right in front of him, and once he's past the line of scrimmage and got a full head of steam behind him, he's just going to keep right on going.
Bullock good on the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Throwing is Jackson. First step, and now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And that might be Titan football. It is. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it, They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Tavon Young in on the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, here's Tannehill. It's complete. This is Derrick Henry. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
The Titans first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Tannehill on 1st down. And caught by Henry. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play that time through the air. 35 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now a handoff to Henry. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw, Tannehill. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. So 3rd and long after the sack. Tough task for Tannehill and the Titans. Again to Henry. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. But Tannehill staying out there. They're going to go on 4th down. They snap it to Tannehill. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They go play action with Jackson. Flushed out right. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble. 2nd down.
Looked at me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. Able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Well, we've seen Jackson already have success in the first half running the football, and he gets good yardage on the ground again there. I mean, I know it's a $64,000 question, CD, but how do they contain him better?
You have to win against the blockers ahead of you. If those guys even occupy a defender for even a half a second, then Lamar Jackson is gone. You've got to take those blockers and move them so that you have clear vision of Lamar Jackson, and hopefully you can hem him in.
Escaping the pressure right. First down and more for Jackson. And finally wrestled down at the 11. A big pickup there on the scramble. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson on the move to his left. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Amani Hooker. There he goes left side. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
This was almost what I've heard referred to as a pick 12.
Pick 12, explain.
Well, you're talking about the 6 that they were trying to get.
Because they were so close to the end zone.
And now the 6 going the other direction. So when you take a look at teams on the march, they're in the red zone. Then after the interception, and it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep it from going all the way.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
And power running here down to the 6-yard line. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Forced out to his left. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Ryan Tannehill with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Titans are able to add on to their first half lead. Here's Bullock now for the extra point. He's got it, and the lead swells. It's 28-6. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson flush to his right. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on first down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off. Not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down. Makes it manageable now.
They go play action now. Jackson dancing to his left. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle 3rd of the field where he threw that one. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he gets loose right side. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game.
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. It's picked up by the Titans. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Final adjustments being made in both locker rooms. We're just about ready for the second half. And for the call, let's get you back up to Nashville, Music City, and Brandon Gott.